in this system. And this could take, weeks, maybe months, but it probably won't keep erupting like this over such a long trend indefinitely. So we'll probably see some of these fractures and vents sealing off, plugging up, no longer supplied with lava, and others that are maintained longer, those will eventually become a taller, bigger edifice over time. They'll actually create a bigger cone, if you will. But right now it's a fissure eruption. It could later produce these cones we sometimes call spatter cones. I suppose there's a chance it could really consolidate and form a bigger thing like a shield volcano. But right now, this is sort of what we're seeing at this point. I did want to find, lost one of my views, and I want to find it real quick here. So I want to look at that other view that we had from Ruve. Okay. So just some news stories here. If we're gonna, so the fissure has grown to about 4 kilometers and the lava flow has multiplied. So that's in line with what we were measuring. We had it about 3.5, so it's a little bit longer. Yeah, eruption from 10 o'clock this evening. So if you're just catching the news here, this is going to catch you up on things. There is a risk of lava flowing to Grindavik. Christian Jonsdottir, she's the head of the Icelandic Met Office, I believe. So worst possible location from this guy, we talked about that. Fissure is still getting longer. So that's what I was talking about earlier, is that this thing could extend on the south end and the north end, and get much longer. That's what we need to kind of beware of. Let's see if, not sure where this was taken from. Oh, this must be the helicopter. So you can see how extensive the lava field is there, though. The lava kind of pouring out. Take my first drink in 2 hours, a little sip of water. So there's the lava fountaining. This is some really good footage here from the helicopter. Yeah, that's pretty big there. I bet that's 100 meters or more, that fountaining right there. The extent of the flows. So you can see it's kind of flat ground. They're progressing. It's hard to tell because they're moving the camera around, but they're not progressing super fast. But I can't tell. I'm assuming you guys can hear the sound. It's probably mostly the helicopter. I don't know, but there's a little bit of a sound there. So there's one of those old cones, the Sunda nuclear craters, one of those old vents, and the lava just pouring over the top of it. That's pretty exquisite. That's awesome. So it's just recoding an older crater field. So there's that's probably the south extent right there at the bottom of the view. And now you can see with the winds that the ash, a little bit of fine ash, and the gases are drifting a little bit to the east. Now I can hear the helicopter a little bit. I would guess that lava flow is extending out maybe 0.5 kilometer, maybe a little bit more, at least on that side. So helicopter is probably getting the best footage it can. It's probably a bumpy view. It's a little bit shaky there. And let's see if there's anything else